Hello, my name is Kurt Brown, also known as Saint Rambone. I have a website at Mobile Audit Club. I was watching the videos and the executions there. I was forcibly injected on more than one occasion since 2001. My crime was to stay alive after assassination attempt against myself by the federal regime in power. A regional director for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation was murdered in his office and labeled suicide in the early 90s. How they got away with it was collusion and technology. If you do not know the meaning of collusion, you need to look it up from an auditing perspective. It is the dirtiest word you can hear. It makes all audits and investigations unreliable and irrelevant. In many ways, that's where our entire government is. We are controlled by lesser men. They are not very intelligent, if they're men at all. It is my hope that their regime is toppled, that we are giving back our nation, that instead of fighting the humane human beings around planet Earth, that we start educating our own and preparing to get off this planet. I do not think it will happen. When I saw those men being killed, I would rather have been executed than forcibly injected by the regime in power in the United States. They are the enemies to humane mankind. They parade and mask around like they are humane people, but even when I go in their government, I am attacked. I have considered suicide bombing them, but I do not believe it will do any good, simply because of the fact that they are so prolific everywhere you go, and you cannot tell what is collusion and technology and what is real. You must remain cognizant of that fact. You cannot tell what you are looking at in much of this world due to technology. And analogy to this is a hologram. If you look at a hologram, you think you see something there, but it's not there. Now, this is just my own theory on this. It might just be some pig-headed man with a gun sitting there sent by one of the enemies to mankind. That's been common since guns were invented. However, when I see those men being hung, I see that as being much more humane than what the United States government's ruling regime does, which is basically torture us, do forced injections and forced medical procedures. I have been sick ever since I was forcibly injected and tortured. I truly regret having worked for the United States government or ever having served in their military. When I was in the military, the big threat was Russia and the Cold War. Now I do not see that as much of an issue as just any the threat from technology and war can come from any nation or any individual. If you have collusion and you have technology, you have the best technology, you can control the universe that I know of. You can control definitely planet Earth and the human species, which is really not the brightest and probably not the brightest species that ever existed. I would like to say to George Bush, if he injects any more of us veterans or bank examiners, I hope that his entire regime is swinging from a rope. I'm not just talking about the senators and congressmen and him. I'm talking about everything down to the mayors and the local councils and every big bureaucrat that approves of this. Let us never serve the United States government again. I urge you to protect your children from all their drugs because they're approved by attorneys and not doctors. And that includes drugs coming from Germany. Any country under the regime should be held suspect. And when I say the regime, I'm talking about those who fight on the side over there in Iraq, killing innocent people. That was about oil. They stole oil out of Alabama. They sell people natural gas contracts. People are defenseless against this. Attorneys cannot do anything. It is like warfare. Let us hope that the regime is toppled. Let us hope we have an end to the borders and the hostilities there. And when I go into Canada, I am attacked, not only by criminals on the other side, but often have our own border patrols that start going after me, tearing up stuff. Thank you.